I may or may not have done a bunch of crap off of camera again. As you can see here, I kind of built a millstone. I've got a diamond pick on my bar. I've got enough obsidian to make a nether portal. And 5 more diamonds. 4 more diamonds, but now I have 5 diamonds. So, I did quite a bit. Not gonna lie. I did a bunch of stuff off of camera, I'm sorry. I know that it's sometimes very entertaining to see something evolve over time, and seeing more of those steps can be more entertaining. I kind of forgot to record though. I'm sorry. It was like 2 or 3 hours worth of stuff that I did. But I didn't make any significant progress in the tech tree. I just... I got a wolf in there. And I've already collected one of his dung somewhere. Where did I put the poop? There's poop in one of these chests. Where's the poop? There it is. There's the poop. So I'm starting to collect some poop now. I've got a millstone and a hand crank, and I've already cranked 64 hemp. My hemp farm is still expanding extremely slowly. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's taken for fucking ever. I'm not sure why it takes so long for hemp to grow, but you know, that's the way it goes. So, I'm about to get to head to the nether. It's actually a very exciting point in the game. I also want to note that my world restart syndrome is completely cured now. I do not want to start a new world at all. If I ever want to start a new base, I'll probably go through the nether and get somewhere else. But I have a very large project in mind, one of which is something that was said on one of my videos in a comment, is that if I replace all of this grass and all this dirt with some other material, then slimes won't spawn here. What is that angry wolf sound? Is my wolf upset? Does that mean there's poop in there? Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a better setup. I have, in the past, I have played better than wolves before, but not with all the hardcore stuff until recently. This world is about a week old. But, I have had an automated dung production facility going before, so I know how to do it. I'm just kind of lazy at the moment. Don't feel like doing any of that until I have a windmill and a hopper. But it's going to be a long time before I have a windmill because that hemp just won't grow. But I can get to the point where I can make not hemp blocks, light blocks really soon. All I have to do is go to the nether, and that's something I'm kind of putting off for some reason. I don't know where I want to put my portal. Probably somewhere over there. But that big project I was talking about, besides putting blocks down on the ground so that slimes won't spawn, is building a nether transit system that will take me to the edges of the hardcore spawn limit. So I think it's 8 blocks for every 1 block in the nether. So 2,000 divided by 8 is not very much compared to 2,000. So if I build a transit system in the nether and have 4 portals set up at the 4 cardinal directions of the world, and then build little bitty paths or landmarks leading back to them, then whenever I die, I'll be able to follow a portal back to my base. So I'm going to build the nether portal somewhere close to base, probably going to be somewhere on the water with a path connecting to this pier, which is pretty much becoming my little base itself. I'm just expanding out into the water. I'll probably build all my windmills and stuff on land back that way, but all of the stuff that requires space is just being added to the water. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to build underwater or not, but I do plan on building more farms out here on the water. I do want to have 2 or 3, and I do mean 2 or 3 hemp farms. Like there's going to be another 1, 2, maybe even 3 hemp farms. And I also plan on having 2 pumpkin farms. Not sure why. They could just be for seeds for a chicken farm, and the melons are backup for if I ever run out of food again. Right now I'm at a food surplus because I killed a bunch of animals when I went looking for wolves and iron, or surface iron. So, yeah. I also have a piece of wheat that I was going to use to bring cows over here, but I'm going to decide to wait until I get a nether transit system started up, and if I can bring animals through the nether, then I'll probably just lead them into the nether portal, bring them back to my base that way. I'm not sure if I can do that. If I can't, I'll just build a road leading somewhere else and do it. But yeah, that's the plan. Let's get to it. I'm trying to build this, and I just realized I'm bringing a 1 wide path into something that's going to be 2 wide on the bottom. So it's not going to be symmetrical. Fuck that. I can't rip out that half of the thing and make it a 2 wide path just to make it symmetrical. Oh, come on. What am I gonna do? That really threw off my mojo. I'll think of something. This hemp return on investment seed-wise is, well, you still get more seeds out than you put in, but it's just not expanding fast enough. I've already planted 2 full pumpkin farms. Granted, there are half as many pumpkins in the farms because of the space limitations, but it's still too fucking slow. Alright. This is what I came up with. I just decided to move it over. Now it's next to the melon farms. If I put any more melon farms out, I'll put them further down or something. As you can see, I'm OCD enough to not want to put a 1 wide path into something that's 2 wide. I can't stand that. But I'm not OCD enough to actually give a fuck about anything else. Oh, yes. I'm gonna die so hard. I'm not even afraid of death anymore. I know it's gonna happen eventually. I just hope it doesn't happen before I get this nether network set up. And I don't expect to just go into this with a nether network able to be built immediately. I just really don't want to freaking die before I get some kind of death immunity. I think it's called the law of exponential returns, but as this field of available hemp to harvest becomes larger, I'm going to get seeds at an exponentially increasing rate. So these first 2 rows are going to be the most difficult to fill. By the time I get halfway through with this farm, I'll get enough to plant like another 2 rows just out of this much whenever it finally gets this big. And then once I get all of this planted, I'll get enough seeds from that to plant like another 4 rows or something. But I think the point at which I get enough seeds to actually start making a sustainable farm will be either at this row of fully grown hemp, where it's 4 full rows of producing hemp, which would be 32 hemp plants of maturity. I think once I get that many, then I will be able to get enough seeds to do whatever I want with, and I will get to expand into a much larger farm. And I do have a habit of making farms way too big, which is perfectly fine because it just means you get the stuff that you need faster. I think I just heard the poop factory. I need a shovel. I was gonna name him Beowulf because I'm so creative, but I think I'm just gonna call him Poop Factory. Much better name. There's the poop. That's what I'm talking about. I think dogs can only eat meat. Not sure. I'm sure they can eat zombie flesh. That'd be great for them. I put my millstone in my house because nothing is a good replacement for sleep than manual labor. Normally this window wall, which is kind of a staple of houses I build, would have the bed in front of it. And there would be a window in the ceiling so I could look at the stars while I'm sleeping in a way that I can't actually see anything. But because sleep is not a thing in Better Than Wolves, I have manual labor here instead. It keeps all the troubles away. How many pieces of fabric did I need? I can get the string back if I needed it. I forgot how to make windmills. I know it can't use any of the saw recipes because it'd be kind of impossible to progress technologically if you needed something that had continuous mechanical power in order to build something that's required to build continuous mechanical power. So in order to build the windmill, I need to use fabric in some fashion. But how? How? It may be 9 fabric. Maybe. A fence post, maybe? That's stupid. I don't fucking get it. I really don't get it. What am I missing? Do I need more hemp? Oh, God, yeah, your name is definitely Poop Factory. It's like the second time you pooped for me. I need a much more efficient way to get in here than this. Give me that poop. Get back in the middle. What? There. I really need to build a better system for this. I just don't have the time or the energy to care about it right now. There it is. I guess it's the one thing I didn't try to do. Boom. 1 out of 4. It's not nearly as arduous as it was whenever I wasn't actively... Now that I'm not actively trying to get a windmill. I am trying to get a windmill, but it's not my focus. My focus is the nether. But because I have the hemp growing anyway, I get to make it as I go along, and therefore it doesn't seem to take as much time. It's the beauty of focusing on more than one thing. Now, I'm about to light up that nether portal, but before I do that, I'm going to prepare myself for the nether, because you have to make sure you're prepared for the nether. Oh yeah, iron is not a problem. I didn't realize it, but iron is really not a problem. Now that I've gotten the picks to mine around down there, it's just not a problem at all. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and convert all these into as many ingots as I can. I'll do that and be right back. Okay, that gave me 7 ingots. And I've got 3 nuggets left over. So, actually, I'm not going to do this, so I'm just going to check and see. I can make shears now, which are actually useful. What is that? Lightning rod. What? I didn't know that was in the game. Is that in Better Than Wolves or is that in vanilla? The fuck? Can my house be caught on fire if I don't got one of those? That's the cistern. That's a minecart. God, the cistern is very resource intensive for something that does nothing. I don't know how to make a stewing pot. That's a bucket. That's nothing. Let's replace the bottom row with ingots. No. I love finding out crafting recipes on my own. You kind of have to love it whenever you're so stupid that you can't remember half of them. Why would that make sense at all? The hell is wrong with me? Nope. Is it some kind of combination of nuggets and ingots in order to reduce its cost? Was it ever made out of iron? Am I just being stupid? Minecart. Minecart. Helmet. I have enough for pants. Who needs pants? Ah, man. Stewing pot or cauldron. How do you make it? Wait. Do. Yes. Should I make it now? Or should I wait? I should probably wait because I don't really need it for anything at the moment. I will say it was balanced almost perfectly for me to get enough iron to actually make it right as I had access to the nether. I also had enough iron to make another iron pick and a diamond pick, which is in my inventory now, which I'm going to get rid of. I'm not going to use anything in the nether. I'm just going to go straight through the portal and then build a... Ooh, I have plenty of cobblestone. I'm going to build a cobblestone hobble to use in the nether. I'm going to carry these melons with me as a form of compressed food. Not sure if that's an exploit or not, but I don't like to carry melon slices around because they're inefficient. I just convert them into melons on the go. Let's see. It's like how mushroom soup used to be when food didn't stack. Oh, I probably should have kept these in melon form. Can I put them back together? I can't have a block of melon. Or can I have a block of melon? No. The fates of evil will not let me. Oh well. One melon is equal to about 2.5 shanks, which is about the same as a piece of meat. So carrying around a melon is like carrying around a piece of meat. And I'm not sure if the melon stack past... If it does stack past 16, that may be considered an exploit because it allows you to carry around more food energy than meat, but as a melon. Of course, it does have the very, very huge disadvantage of you having to go into the crafting grid, convert it into melon, and then eat every single piece of it, gaining only half of a shank at a time. So it's not useful as an emergency food source by any means. But it does make melons a good sustainable food source for living a cowardly, non-combatant life without starving to death. Let's see if these stack past 16 or not. It's at 16 exactly. It's like the game doesn't want me to know.